Rescue, located in Chesapeake, Virginia. They adopt and foster cats and dogs. So check them out at rebusrescue.com and find yourself a nice, furry, lovable friend to call your own. Once again, that's rebusrescue.com. Welcome to this edition of Hold Your Applause Podcast. We are your hosts. I am Antoine Britt here with my lovely co-host, Britt the Shit Daniels.
Okay. Hello.
What's going on, Britt?
Not much. That was good.
That was awesome, right?
You should do commercials for radio. You do have a face for radio.
I know. I've been told that a lot. Mm-hmm. Surprise, surprise. I feel like when I talk, I'm chewing on a roll of nickels. Like, I don't feel like I sound awesome when I talk. So I won't be doing radio anytime soon.
Huh.
But it's good enough for podcasting. So we're here. We're about to blow up your spot with some juicy 90 Day Fiancé tell-all. It's a tell-all, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Tell-all shenanigans. It got real crazy on part 2 of the tell-all last night. If you haven't been keeping up, who's on the tell-all? The single life tell-all. We have Chantel, we have Natalie and Josh.
I saw them, yeah.
Tyree, and we have Vanessa and Tim. And a couple other people, but we're going to focus on a couple of those people, starting off with Tim and Vanessa. Tim and Vanessa are a very interesting couple. If you haven't been keeping up, Tim and Vanessa used to date.
They've been around in what season? Because they've been around for a while.
They've been around for a while. Well, Tim has been around for a while.
Oh,
Tim was
okay.
on season 3.
Okay, gotcha.
And he was dating, I forgot the young lady's name, but a Colombian woman. And went to Colombia to visit her. We found out that he had an ex named Vanessa. And he was also acting as almost like a parent to Vanessa's daughter. Now, this is not his kid.
That's what I saw.
But they've been together long enough to where he feels like, I think her Chloe is the little girl's name. And I believe Chloe at this time was 12 or 13 years old. So that means this was about 4 years ago. Needless to say that the relationship with this young Colombian lady did not pan out. So he's been on season after season after season of either 90 Day Fiancé, Before the 90 Days, or The Single Life.
Anything he can get on, he's on it.
Anything he can get on, he's smart. Now, if you know about this couple, there are a couple asterisks by Tim's name, all right?
What do you mean?
I think Tim is the only person that doesn't know that Tim's gay.
I think he does.
I mean, if he doesn't, he's playing it off real well.
Does he play it off, though, really well? Because as soon as I saw him, I've never seen him. When you showed me the picture, I was like, okay, now I know who he is. But I've only seen him on the Pillow Talks or when they go back and they're commentating about the new people. I thought they were just friends because I was like, that guy's gay.
Yeah, no.
I know.
They were in I think a long-term relationship. I want to say, north of 5 years. They were together for a while.
It was probably the best relationship she's ever had. Not sexually.
Because they can share clothes.
Yeah, or emotionally, mentally, it was probably the best.
Why is that? Because he's more in touch with his feminine side?
Yeah.
Because you believe he's gay. That's not just me. You feel like
I've
that
had a
he's
gay
gay
best friend, male friend, and it was one of... I'll cherish that friendship for the rest of my life. It was amazing.
Yeah.
I would have married him.
Really?
Yes.
So what happened? What happened with the friendship?
We just both got married, so.
Both got married, so just kind of naturally grew apart.
Yeah, just grew apart. He moved away, but we were sleeping in the same bed,
really?
Lived together. We didn't touch. That's weird.
Okay, so now that kind of connects to what we're going to talk about Tim and Vanessa, because we're going to talk about boundaries, right? Mm-hmm. Even though you guys are friends at this point in the game, you've been friends for years, there still was a past romantic relationship. Let's just say that Tim's not gay, all right? There's still a past romantic... they did things and stuff. Okay. So do you think for a new romantic interest coming into that equation that is going to be uncomfortable? So
they're dating other people.
They're both dating other people.
But they're still talking and hanging out every day.
They're like best friends. They talk every day on the phone. When they go out to dinner, even if it's a double date, she'll order for him.
Well, he's gay. What? Why would she do that? That's weird.
I think it's just one of those things.
And his date doesn't care? He's
no, that's where the problem comes in. They do care. The dates do care.
And he's still dating women.
Yes. Yes, he is still dating women, and I think so. On this past season, he is dating a young lady. Again, he like loves. He's always gravitated towards like Hispanic, Latina women, right?
Yeah.
And so this woman that was on this season of The Single Life, I forget her name. I'm sorry. Super attractive, very voluptuous, like stereotypical Latina female. He doesn't even want to kiss the girl.
Well,
like
okay.
She like corners him and is like, we've been on a couple dates. I want to like move a little bit faster. He doesn't want it. Like, you're on date 3 and you haven't even like kissed her yet. And don't like, she's pressing the issue and you're acting like you don't want to. He's like, oh, we just ate. We had garlic. We had garlic for dinner. Did you brush your teeth yet? Like, no, bitch. We just left dinner. I was with you. How did I brush? I
would
my
appreciate
teeth?
that. I mean, so
like he comes up with any excuse that he can not to physically interact with this.
So everyone
woman.
knows he's gay. He knows he's gay. The producers know he's gay.
I mean, he's gonna fake it.
But so in these women,
he hasn't admitted he's gay yet. Long story short.
Like I thought he was gay the whole time. When you were talking about this couple, I've seen them for years, and I thought they were just friends.
Nah, homeboys.
I guess I thought they dated, and then they just figured out, well, he's gay, so they just remain really good friends.
Yeah, no, they used to date, and
he should just come out.
Well, I think.
Like, it's not weird anymore.
I think part of the appeal of having him on the show is almost like wondering what's going to happen. Like, who's he going to date next? Because, there's a bunch of gay people in the world, a bunch of gay guys in the world, so there's no story there.
And there's also gay men on the show, too.
Yeah,
like that
dating,
long-standing couple that's
dating
married,
other gay
in
men.
Mexico.
Yeah, dating other gay men. There's no...
I think they just like the
on
dynamic, and they're just willing to just be like, it is what it is. We're fine with it. Do they live together?
No. But they live very close together. Like, they literally see each other every day. Like, you and I are like truly friends. We're both married, and we talk. I see you, well, bare minimum, I see you every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, right? But just imagine if you had that times 10, like texting every day, calling every day, seeing each other multiple times a day, at least once a day. Like, it's intrusive for somebody who's coming into a relationship with either one of them to try to have, like, every time you turn around, this motherfucker's in your face. Like, you don't want to, especially for a guy. Sometimes women might be a little more okay with it because they understand. Like, women, I feel like, generally speaking, are more logical about the fact that, hey, these two broke up for a reason. Until I see a reason for me to be concerned, then I'm gonna.
You just said that about women?
Yeah.
You call women crazy.
More so than men.
Really?
More so than men.
I mean, I don't think that women are okay with that. I feel like, and if they are, then there's got to be some sort of suppression. Like, I'm holding it down, but I'm still, like, not okay with it when you're crossing boundaries. I think if you're in a good standing relationship where it's like, okay, I love this person, it's probably going to work out. Or
A little bit of technical difficulty, but we're back. So we're talking about Jamal now. Jamal is the son of a woman that was on 90 Day Fiancé a few seasons ago. She was dating Soulja Boy. I want to say he was from Jamaica. Didn't work out, obviously, but we saw Jamal on the show. And fast forward, now we're on The Single Life, and now Jamal is dating Vanessa. Now, evidently, there was something said in the past. Jamal and Tim already kind of have a little bit of animosity towards each other.
why?
I don't know exactly what was said. Something about maybe Tim's not a good dad or a good dad to Chloe, or he oversteps his boundaries, whatever.
So, okay, so go back to, so that's his real daughter, or no?
It is not his real daughter.
So he just, like,
he almost
was with a woman and basically kind of took her in.
She had a kid, yeah.
Gotcha.
And so Jamal feels like Tim oversteps his boundaries and he wants him to back off a little bit, which I feel like any man would want. Like,
why would he want?
Well, because like if you're trying to create and develop a relationship with a woman, you don't want her ex-fucking boyfriend around all the time.
Wait, whose child is this?
It's none of these guys' child.
So what's his face care?
Why is who care?
The Soulja Boy's, what's his name?
Jamal.
Yeah.
Because he's trying to date Vanessa. And
that's her daughter. Wait, what?
Vanessa Chloe's Vanessa's daughter.
Okay, okay. Gotcha. So that I get it now.
Yeah, Chloe's Vanessa's daughter. And Jamal's trying to date Vanessa.
Gotcha.
Tim's always in his face for whatever reason.
Okay, yeah, I get it now.
And so it's caused a rift between Vanessa and Jamal because, shit talks here and then shit talks over here. And then, inevitably these two come together and then it's just...
Okay, yeah, I saw that scene.
It's just a explosion of emotion. So.
And then who did she defend?
She kind of defended both. She was kind of so.
That's the first red flag.
This is what pisses me off about the whole situation as it pertains to Vanessa. Vanessa defends. She talks shit about Tim while defending him at the same time. It's like, oh, that's just Tim. He doesn't mean any harm. He's just, the way he is. Yeah, he's weird, but...
To his face?
No. Talking to Jamal like this. And then, when she talks to Tim about Jamal, she's like, oh, Jamal's just protective. So she's kind of playing both sides of the...
How long have Jamal and Vanessa been in a relationship?
It's pretty new, actually.
Oh, so
it's pretty
he doesn't
new.
really have a right to say anything about where her daughter...
Less than a year, but...
Maybe she's the problem.
I think, but no, that's what I'm getting. Vanessa is the problem because you need to set boundaries.
Yeah, I would never... I had to be dating somebody for a year or after to introduce them to my children. I've already...
whole year?
Unless I trust them.
You would date somebody... an entire year before you introduce them to your kids.
Yeah, because if I know that my kids are going to get attached to them and like them enough, and I feel like it wouldn't work out. I mean, if I felt safe, maybe it would have to be after 6 months, 8 months, but probably comfortably. Like in the event of I'm probably going to get engaged to this person.
Okay.
To protect them, and then I don't want to keep a revolving door.
Yeah, I feel like that's
get
smart.
Attached. Bye.
That's smart for a woman. Especially a woman in a dating scene, I feel like it's important to make sure. I mean, because there's no way you can be completely sure, but you want to be as confident in the fact that this guy is going to be around before you, especially when you have young men. I mean, little girls and little boys too, but I feel like young men, they absorb so much of the masculinity that they see, if it's healthy or if it's toxic. At a certain age, between the ages of 8 and 13, young boys really, really connect with whatever masculinity is around them.
Yep.
And I feel like for a girl, and in the comments, give me your take on it. But I feel like for little girls, it's a little bit different because they are kind of looking for the protector, right? Safety, the protector, but it's effortless. Like they feel it. If they don't feel it, they know it. And they may not be able to articulate what that feeling is, but they feel it. And I feel like boys, they actively look for, all right, who's the alpha? What type of male influence?
Or they're gonna have to do it themselves, and everyone's the bigger man.
And then usually, if they have to figure that shit out for themselves, then they turn into dickheads too. So.
God bless me. God bless me. Good luck.
Good luck.
I'm just kidding. I got very good children.
Yeah, your boys are good, but it's kind of just. I feel like she needs to make the decision whether Tim wants to be her fucking best friend, or she wants to go into these dating scenarios, giving the relationship a chance. Because if she keeps going into these dating scenarios, having Tim kind of like in this ear, then none of them are going to go well. Because you haven't even given the guy coming in an opportunity to get to know Tim. Like, as soon as I get into the situation, it's this dude that's attached to you that I have to be okay with. You have to give, especially a male, and I know I keep saying that, but especially a male, you have to give them the opportunity to figure it out for themselves. I'm not going to like him because you say I should like him. Or I'm not going to trust him because you say I should trust him.
But does she still like him? Or is he gay? In her weird, he's just weird. Did she mean gay?
We don't know. I mean,
and they're like, don't say it.
We don't know if there's some sort of underlying, the reason that they're still quote unquote best friends.
I mean, everyone thinks it, right? Because I thought it, without even thinking about knowing their story, I would see them just.
Man, I don't. It's hard to say. It's hard to say.
Okay, so what would you do in that situation if you were dating a woman with the child and she had an ex who was, from your understanding, probably gay?
Yeah,
but they dated.
But men don't. But a man coming in, we don't see that shit. We don't see that shit. Like, we can see the way he dresses, the way he carries himself. Like, that motherfucker, he's feminine. But we still going
don't trust
in.
him.
We don't, because you, at the end of the day, no matter how gay I think he is or not, y'all still used to date.
Yeah.
Right. So I don't know. That would be a hard situation for me to go into. Like, start dating a girl.
Especially if she is defending him over what it should be important. Like, if you're dating someone, you take their feelings into consideration first over your friend. So clearly she respects her friend a lot more, and she thinks that's probably going to last. Yeah. And that's probably why she's just like, I really don't care about what you think. So I'm going to defend you both. But, I mean, that's what I'm getting from it.
Man.
I've gotten in dating situations back in the day when my friend, gay, best friends, inseparable, people thought we were dating. I was like, no, he's gay.
Okay.
All the guys were like, I didn't want to come up to you because I thought he was your boyfriend. No, he's gay. Have you seen him walk? And they're like, no.
But that's a little bit different, though, because that's before you have the opportunity to develop a relationship with whoever this other guy is. But have you ever been with your gay best friend? Have you ever been in a situation to where you were dating a guy and that guy felt insecure that you were friends with?
Yes. He would say, I've had one guy, he told me he felt uncomfortable with our, like, closeness.
Okay.
Not like we were touchy-feely, just like we just had a good relationship. And he just asked for me to back off a little bit, and I did.
Okay. Now, I mean, I'll be transparent. When you say we were kind of touchy-feely,
no, I said we weren't.
You weren't touchy-feely.
Like, we weren't like, hee, like, tickle, tickle. I don't know, kiss, kiss.
Kiss, tickle, tickle.
Butt touches. But, like, when I was single, we would, like, hold hands walking on the street. It was weird, but it was so friendly.
But you knew that wouldn't fly if you were in a committed relationship with someone else.
No, I would never do it.
Yeah.
I would never do that because that's just ridiculous. But I just felt, because, I mean, even girlfriends as friends, straight women, will hold hands walking down the street, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, like, if they're going out.
Do they still, I mean.
No, I'm saying if they're going out, I don't know. They're like, I mean, girls are touchy.
Yeah, I get that. I feel like as women get older, though, they do less of that.
I've had some, when I got older with my gay BFF, I've had guys come in that put their foot down with him. Like, okay.
With you to relate to him, or with him? Okay.
Not to his face.
Do you think it would have been like some shit if they would have said, you know, because as a man, that's what I would have done. Well, let me take it back. If I felt uncomfortable in that situation, of course I would talk to you first, like, hey, this situation makes me uncomfortable. But if it continues to go on, then it's time to have a conversation with him, for me to have a conversation with him. Because evidently what you said to him got lost in translation, or you just, like, played it down or didn't say anything at all. And
it was more me crossing boundaries with
it
me more wanting him. I mean, I don't know. We were like soulmates.
Really?
Yes. 100%.
You were soulmates?
Yes.
You believe in soulmates?
Yes.
Do you?
I do.
Okay.
He was definitely my, like, little, what do you call them, twin flames? Definitely.
Psycho.
I'm just kidding. I don't know what they say. No, I guess not a twin flame. I don't know.
So you believe
Kindred
that there's one person in this world that
no.
Well,
I think you can have multiple soulmates.
Really?
I think that when somebody recognizes another, it's just easy. I don't know. I've had multiple where I felt like, I mean, I've had a million.
I've had 36 soulmates.
I'm only 20. I don't know. I feel like you can have. I mean, do you only think you can be in love with one person?
No, I don't. But I don't believe in
love, or you don't believe in soulmates.
I don't believe in soulmates. I believe that there's people out there that have enough fundamental similarities to us, so they are capable of making us happy. but I don't believe that there's like a soulmate
Really?
type thing. Nah, no way.
That's sad.
Why is that sad?
Fundamentally,
Why is
like
that sad?
what is this? A business deal? I guess it kind of is.
Yeah, absolutely. Have you not been in a relationship? No,
a marriage.
But people, they say opposites attract. I don't believe that either so much. But
I don't either. I think when you know instantly. I have had to force things, and it's not good.
You think instantly
where it's like
whether
you're a good person. It's like it's all good on paper, and it's like I just can't do it. I can't do it. It doesn't fit. I just can't make myself do something. But when you know. I don't know. I've been in a few situations where I'm like, oh my goodness, I love this person. Like there's nothing that could ever make me not love them, or I don't know if that qualifies as a soulmate.
Yeah, but again, it goes back to what I said. There's people who have fundamental similarities, or they connect with us in a way that first we gain some sort of endearment towards them, and then that endearment turns into love in some capacity.
But you don't love people the same. Every relationship you've probably ever been in. I mean, I know from my personal experience, no relationship I've ever been in has been the same. I've never felt for one person the way I've felt for, the person before them.
Oh, that's impossible. That's
so
impossible.
There's always some degree of like, oh my gosh, you like them more, you connect better, something's different. I don't know.
So for example, have you ever been in a relationship where, like, just from a sexual chemistry standpoint, it's been like crazy good, right? But you've been in another relationship where that chemistry wasn't as good, but you felt like you were more in tune with that other person, or the person that where the sex wasn't as good, or that was a better place for you to be?
I would say yes. I feel like yes. But then I also feel like when you're like with someone, married or a long-term relationship, whatever, plan to be together forever, I don't want it to be a chore to like want to touch them or want to be intimate.
Have you ever
but
been?
I do know what you're saying, passion over, yes.
Yeah. Have you? So.
What would I prefer? Both.
Yeah.
Same time.
But perfect world, right?
I think there is a perfect
Oh, yeah.
mix.
That's definitely a perfect mix. Hell yeah. I agree. But I think that takes work, too. I think especially the longer you're in a relationship with someone and the more you get to know someone, the more that aspect of it, that kind of like that fiery passion aspect of it dwindles, unless you do the work to keep it alive. Like
make them jealous. So I'm just kidding. Like make them go crazy.
No, but but the shit you were doing when you guys were dating, all the like the freaky shit you were doing when you were dating, you should be doing that 5 years in, 10 years
Why? You get
in.
older. Nobody wants to do those
But
things.
still, look,
you get tired.
Listen, you got to play the game that got you to the big show. Like once you stop doing those things,
It takes two to tango.
oh no, this is from both sides of
Yeah.
it, not just you. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about people in general
Okay,
in
we kept
relationships.
saying you.
Well, because we are having a conversation. But no, like people in general just need to continue to keep that fire alive by doing the things that they were doing.
But do you think that's possible?
Yeah, 100%. I do. I mean, I'm not saying it's easy, but
I mean, you have to
it is
work at
possible.
it because life happens. People go to their respective jobs. So my whole thing is like, you both live separately during the day. I mean, people work different. You're around different people. You have different things coming at you, and there's got to be a difference of how
Right.
you hold your partner separately from the others. I don't know. I'm hopeful. I don't know.
No, so if you're in a situation like you just said, life happens, you have jobs, you have kids, you have whatever, and you just feel like your energy level's lower, you're more tired, you're more accustomed to what your partner does or doesn't do, so you're prone not to do the things that you used to do. Fucking change that shit.
I think
if you feel like you're tired when you get home from work, find ways to, go to the gym, get your energy level up, find ways to.
I also think that because everyone says it's 50-50, but it's really not. It's 100 and 100. When you see your partner is just like lacking, that's when you pick up the slack. Maybe, okay, nothing's happened physically. That's when you initiate, then you obviously communicate.
Yeah, hell yeah.
But also because maybe that's what they need.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, help them. But I feel like communication is the only way to ever have a successful anything.
Oh, yeah. That's first and foremost. Because if you're not telling, like, you can't, just because, I don't care how long you've been with somebody, you can't trust that they're fucking psychic. They can't, no matter how long you've been with someone, you can't leave it up to them for them to figure out what you want and what you need.
Like huffing and puffing, passive aggressiveness through the house.
Yeah, just fucking talk. Like, hey, babe, I like when you do that. Put your finger there.
Ew.
You know?
I was talking about just like, holding my hand watching a show. Goodness gracious.
No, like and if you're in a situation to where like the flame is quote unquote starting to dim, figure that shit out. Like I was saying, go to the gym, get your energy level up, start eating better, start
Clay.
Exercising, start doing that shit. No, because when you do those things, it increases your output, your endorphins, your general mood, and that carries over to every aspect of your life. You'll be a better worker. You'll be a better lover.
But what if you're with someone who doesn't want to go to the gym? I guess you initially know that.
Well, then if
go eat a cake. Go bake a cake.
If cake makes you feel better, no.
I think it really is. I don't know. I just really do feel like there's perfect matches for people where it's just almost in sync, I think.
But even that doesn't last forever.
No, nothing lasts forever. I mean, it can. That's what it takes. Everything takes work. You have to work. People are dynamic. Nobody's the same. Everyone's changing. Like your interests, when in your 20s aren't in probably anything you're interested in today. What's important to you then is probably not. Well, maybe, but like what's important to you then is probably not on your radar today as any importance. I don't know.
I don't know. Tell me what you think in the comments, guys. Real quick reminder: we are on all your podcast platforms. We're on Amazon, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and of course on YouTube. Please subscribe, 5-star ratings. Tell us what you think of the show. Moving on, we have Tyree.
He's cute. I mean, honestly, that sweet baby. I feel bad for him.
So Tyree, just to give you a quick review on who Tyree is. Tyree is, he was on last season of 90 Day Fiancé. He was, quote unquote, dating a woman from, I want to say she was from Barbados, or he thought she was from Barbados. He was being catfished. He was actually dating a Nigerian man from California.
But they were dating for like a year, right?
For like 2 years.
Oh.
So Catfisher sent like an obscene amount of money to this person over this 2-year period. And when I say obscene, it's like $20 is obscene when you haven't met the person, seen the person's face, even just a FaceTime. None of that ever happened. So
is that his fault? Probably.
100% is his fault. Fuck him. Yeah.
But he just liked the attention.
Yeah. So if you haven't seen the show, Tyree is pretty hefty. I would say he's between 450 and 500 pounds.
He's cute, though.
He's a big boy. And, there is some insecurity issues that come along with, somebody being that big. And I think that had something to do with it. So, again, he was catfished. The producers of 90 Day Fiancé found out that he was actually being catfished. And the picture that the catfisher was using, he actually found the girl and went to visit her. And she had nothing to do with it, but she was like, I'm sorry, I'm sorry this happened to you. This is a terrible thing. And
where was she from?
I think she lived in California, I want to say. Don't quote me on that.
Okay, I think you did say he went out to California.
Fast forward, he's on a single life of 90 Day Fiancé trying to get in shape a little bit. I think we saw one gym video.
That's okay. Honestly, that's hard.
What's hard?
I'd be like, just start with your diet first and like walk.
Yeah, but I feel like that. The point is that he's back on the scene, and he's trying to date now. Tyree is a virgin. Tyree is 33 years old, and Tyree is a virgin. So.
You got a problem with that, Antoine?
I do have a problem with that.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, I mean, to each his own, but he doesn't want to be a virgin. So we're trying to figure out ways that my
you
man
are
can get
for
some
him?
ass.
Are you going to tell him? Did he ask you?
My brethren, I got to look out, man.
Okay, his dream girl is Hillary Clinton. What does he plan on doing? Like, I feel...
He loves women of power. So he did. So he went on a date. First date he went on with a lady that was also on a girls' trip. He went on a boys' trip to New Orleans. New Orleans. He met another group of girls that were there on a girls' trip. He ended up kind of vibing with one of the girls. They went out on a date. It looked like that they might hit it off. She was in very good shape. You can tell she did.
But do you think she's just there because there's cameras?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
yes.
I guess you can't assume that.
I am. I saw it. And I was like,
can't
this is
assume
wrong.
that maybe he
that
really liked
sweet
it.
boy.
Oh,
and he does have a very good looking face, actually. You can tell he's going to be a very good looking guy once he loses his weight.
So you assume he's going to lose the weight?
No, I assume that she's using him because there's cameras around. I don't assume.
You don't know that.
I actually hope he does lose
Maybe
weight.
she's a chubby chaser. Maybe she liked the big boys. Little like polar bear
are women
action.
into that?
Yeah, women are into anything. There's a person, not women are into
No,
anything.
there's more men. No, that's not true. What is this? What is this saying? It's like every woman actually has somebody that would actually take her home, but not every man is going to have a woman that's interested in him. Sure.
But there is a woman out there that's into every type of guy.
Are you sure?
Yeah, there's women out there that like big boys, like fat guys.
Are you talking about your exes? Don't ever... Well, I mean, you're so confident.
No,
There is a woman that likes men who nobody else wants.
So you're saying there's not women out there who like overweight guys?
I don't know.
Just like there's men out there that like overweight women.
Yeah, but it's different.
What's the difference?
There's a lot.
What's the difference?
Because women go for men in different ways.
God, please explain this to me. What do you mean in different ways?
I won't go into it.
Are you into big guys?
No.
Okay.
Like how big? Like tall?
No, like Tyree. Like.
Would I ever go out with him on a date? No.
Okay.
I would be his friend. But romantically, if he said, "Do you want to go on a date?" I would say no.
What if the
but if he
camera's
said,
on?
"Do you what?"
What if the cameras are on?
No, I would say absolutely not now because now it's documented for the world to see. Not because I'm superficial. I just am not. I can't.
You sound real superficial.
I'm
right
not
now.
because I personally.
What if he's like the nicest guy ever?
I don't care. My hobbies are like revolve around my health and I like to move.
You don't think you can improve his life?
Friend.
You can't improve his life,
I'm
make
saying.
him better?
I could be his friend, but it's like he wouldn't go for me. He'd be like, I don't like blondes or like you. So it's not. I would just never would do it because I know that our lives wouldn't align. I'd be like, hey, I'm going to the gym, babe. He'd be like, okay, well, I'm going
to make a sandwich.
Yeah. I don't know. But I would definitely be his friend.
No, I think there's someone out there for everyone. And I do think that he could find someone that would be okay with dating him just the way he is.
But he's also a virgin.
But he's also a virgin.
Not many 30-something-year-old women, not many, would be like, oh, yeah.
He's like,
you don't know what to do.
Really insecure. Like
so that's even worse.
So they were on the tell-all, and I forgot the gentleman's name, but they have people chime in, other cast members, and he made a really great point about Tyree. Every time Tyree says something or he has finishes a sentence, he laughs. He's like, yeah, man, I met this girl. She was so cool. He would just laugh.
Well, maybe
after
he's just giggly.
No, I think that's an insecurity thing.
Yeah.
I think that he doesn't have enough confidence in what he's saying. So that laugh is almost like a defense mechanism for.
Well, it's probably because he's never felt confident. You know,
yeah, could be that.
You know, I feel like when you dress good, you feel good. Like I don't know, maybe he just doesn't feel good. So he doesn't, I don't know.
Maybe he should just get a prostitute.
Yeah.
I mean, if you just want to like knock one out and just get your, and I'm not advocating for prostitution by any, let me preface by saying that, but you know, he might
But then he could get diseases.
Yeah, I mean.
And he'd be like, wow, the first time, now I got everything. Now I got the herpetogonosyphilates, which is incurable.
I mean, I think there is first of all, he has to find a way to be more confident in himself.
What would be your advice to him?
Go to the start eating right. Lose 200 pounds.
I would say work on your diet first. Do daily walks twice a day. Then once you lose some of it, then start slowly in the gym. But also diet's the most important thing.
Diet is the most important thing for sure. But I think he needs to put himself in situations to where he's forced to interact with people and women. And what that's going to do is,
where do women go?
Is repetitious. You know, the more you do it, the easier it gets for you. And, you know, and that comes down to like talking to people, social interaction, same thing. So do more of that.
But there's women that are shy too. So he needs to go like where, because I know very good looking guys who are struggling in their mid 30s, probably still a virgin. I know someone like that to this day.
That's in their mid 30s and a virgin?
That I don't know for a fact, but I think he is.
Who?
I think you're right. I'm not really good friends with him, but I know, and sometimes he'll ask me for advice, but he's just kind of like nerdy and weird. But I'm like, you need to find someone like that. You need to find a girl that's exactly like you, but he's like sarcastic and kind of like not nice. I don't know. It's a weird dynamic. I'm like, you just need to find something that's like that.
Yeah. I mean, I truly believe that there's someone out there for just about everyone. The way that what we bring to the table right here today, there's someone out there for us. But if you want to increase your chances,
what would be your advice for him to get laid?
What I said, get out there and just interact with people. I mean, it's like batting averages. You know,
you just keep swinging till you hit.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah, that's what
men.
I mean, men. Shut up. Shut up.
But that's what you meant. I mean, do you think it's gonna happen?
I think it'll happen. Now that he's been on TV, fuck yeah, it'll happen.
God.
He's probably getting some right now.
Maybe. Call him.
He's like, they're talking shit.
FaceTime him. He probably doesn't care. He's on TV. He's making a little bit of cash now. He does seem like a super sweet guy, though. And once he gets to the point where he feels confident in himself, even if he doesn't start going to the gym, once he gets to the point, if he gets to the point where he starts to feel confident in himself, I think he'll be. Is his family on the show?
Yeah.
Like his parents?
Well, his mom is, and his mom has some health issues. So, you know, part of the reason that he's at the size he is now is that he takes care of his mom, and his mom, you know,
is she big?
They have
that's 100%.
They have a very sedentary lifestyle.
Yeah.
And
see, that's why I couldn't date him, and you judged me before I even asked. I mean, I could see it. It's a picture. I see it, but I'll still be your friend. What would you do? Would you date a girl that was 400 pounds?
No. Because I just know what I'm looking for in a person. And
well, what if she's nice? Huh? What if she's funny? What if she's a great human?
But she doesn't like to go to the gym. She doesn't like to do physical activity. She doesn't like to, you know, eat spinach or...
Well, maybe if you hide it in a donut, she'll eat it. You don't know.
Don't be fat shaming over here, Britt.
I'm not.
Hide it in a donut.
Well, I'm just saying, what do they do? How do they get veggies in? Smoothies? What?
Fuck.
What? What would you do?
What do? They don't hide it in a donut.
Well, I'm just going to dig this one and this one. I don't know.
Oh, man. Well, we hope, as a collective, we hope that Tyree gets some
he's a sweet
quick.
guy. No, he's a good guy.
Yeah, he's real quick. I mean, he's real nice, and I hope he gets some. We're going to cover a couple other of the couples on next week's show. But the topic of today's show is online dating, what not to do when online dating. Now, before we go into this, I want to say that most of this list is going to be directed towards the women. I think we can agree with that. Women have a way harder time dating in general than men do, but online dating, it can be a very dangerous situation for women because you don't know what you're going to get, and the guy on the other end is going to give you the best possible representation of himself, even if it's a total fucking lie.
God, guys are the worst.
I mean,
I actually do have a story of online dating. It did not happen to me, but it happened to my aunt.
Okay.
And I remember, I think my mom told me the story when I was in high school or whatever, and she was laughing about it. She was like, she went on an online date. She met him online. They went to the movies. After the movie theater, he asked her if he could shave her legs. She was like, what? She had jeans on. And it's like, what? And that was it. And then I guess she left. But it was like, what? Weird.
Maybe.
Clearly they didn't talk through the whole movie. So, also, don't go to the movies on a first date, ever.
No.
If you've never had a conversation with them, no.
Don't go to, you want to be able, in the dark.
Well, you're just not going to talk.
And
the
whole you're not gonna talk,
point of a first date is getting to know someone.
And if you are getting to know someone in the movies, I fucking hate you. You're the worst. Don't talk during movies. Don't take your phone out.
Gracious.
God, don't take your phone out during the movies.
Jeez.
Number 10. Now, we're going to go no particular order, but we have saved the most important ones kind of for like the top 3. So number 10, share your location with friends. Let your girlfriends, let your homegirls know.
But what about for men too?
But do we really share our locations with our homeboys though? I mean,
I don't share my location with anyone.
You should, because women can be crazy too. There's serial killer women out there too. So share your location. Let somebody know where you are. You never know what could happen. Let someone know where you are. If you need an exit strategy, if dude's just an asshole, you want to get out of the situation,
Or if it's boring, he doesn't have to be a bad, or he could just be like weird, eats weird, and you're like, I just can't do it anymore.
Like he eats with his mouth open, smack.
Just like something you don't like and you need to have a plan. I used to always be like, hey, stand by. If I send you this word in a text, you call me and I'll act like it's a family emergency.
Yeah.
And say peace.
Man, jeez, you're brutal.
Well, you have to.
Or they like eat almonds, smacking with their mouth open, crunching almonds so you can hear the crunch.
Where are you going to go that you're just eating almonds? An almond factory?
The zoo, I don't know. Roasted almonds. Number 9, drive separately. Ladies, don't have those motherfuckers pick you up from your house on the first date. What is wrong with you?
I have done that once. Jesus, and I got stuck at his house. I told you the story overnight. And then I was like, oh my gosh, you're a psychopath. And I was stuck there. I was calling everybody. None of my friends answered. I was like, where are you at? And I spent the whole day with him. He was like, oh, I forgot I had to take my car in for repairs in the morning. And I'm stuck.
So what'd you do with him all day?
Nothing. He stayed in his bedroom and I stayed on his couch and watched TV. I swear to God.
All day long.
It was for half the day and we just didn't get along.
And he finally
it was a
took
weird,
you home? How'd you get home?
I think actually my gay friend picked me up eventually when I got off work. I don't remember. But I was like, are you kidding me? And this was before Uber. And I couldn't find that taxi cab's number because I don't even know I don't even think there was like Instagram then. There wasn't Facebook. I don't know.
It wasn't MySpace. How old are you again? Holy shit.
God, I'm 450 years old. It was the worst traumatizing thing in my life. Shit. And he picked me up from my condo and he drove all the way down to, where did we even go? To the beach. And then we went, oh God. And that was like, we woke up in the morning. He was like, okay, I forgot to tell you, I got to take my car in for repair. Are you kidding me? And it was then I was like, we don't like each other. Like, this is not going to work. Because after that whole night, I was like, no way.
So did you do the deed the night before and it was just bad? Oh, you didn't sleep with him at all?
No.
Okay, so you knew pretty early on that you guys.
He was a male nurse at the emergency room. I knew him through a friend through an agency in New York City. He wasn't from here. He was a weirdo. He was cute. That's what drove me in. And then I was like, God, he got the worst personality. It was just like, oh my God. Like.
Oh, man. Yeah, don't.
I was pretty
drive
ruthless
separately.
then, though. But yeah, don't ever do that.
Drive separately, yeah. No matter how convenient it might be. Hey, I'm coming past your house. I can easily pick you up. Or it's
Say, how do you know where I live? Never give your address out.
Yeah, first date, don't do it. Drive separately. Meet that motherfucker there. Number 8, have a phone conversation or FaceTime. You, please, ladies, know what this motherfucker looks like. And I know, like, there's a lot of women out here. The majority of women out here are like Matlock. They do their research, Google search, Wikipedia
Well, it's not that
search.
hard. I mean, you can type in anyone's name and actually pull up their address, too.
Yeah, but actually have a conversation with this person, like
on the
talk
phone,
to
speak to them.
Yeah, know what they sound like, kind of get a feeling of what, at least a basic idea of what type of personality this person has. If they want to, if they're down to FaceTime them, know exactly what they look like. You know,
that's always weird.
Don't
The first time
assume
you're like,
that
yikes.
because their Tinder profile says that they rescued a cat from a fucking tree earlier that day that they're a good guy. You know,
Is Tinder still around?
It has to be.
I guess
Tinder is like.
You had to pay for it, like the rest of them now. I don't know. I haven't been on
If
it.
I feel like, and this is just what I've heard, if you want to get laid via dating app, Tinder's the way to. Like Tinder is like the one where you go if you
Do
just
women
wanna,
really go on there and be like, "Hey, I want to get laid tonight"?
I mean,
know.
they don't say it, but women go on there looking for sex, just like men go on there.
Yeah,
looking
but I
for,
don't.
like,
I think
one-night
they're like
stands
looking
or-
for a little bit more quality kind of guys.
Not all of them.
Maybe not. I don't know.
No,
I don't know them all.
I think a huge misconception out here is that.
Women don't want it as much as men.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they
Yeah.
do, but they are also scared for their life to, one, get pregnant, get STDs, I
Yeah.
feel like that's also.
Yeah, and then there's always the danger that a male can actually do significant
If a woman
physical
is going
harm
to give it
to-
up the first night, she does not like you, and it will never work out.
If she doesn't give it up the first night,
if she does.
that means she doesn't like you.
She doesn't. Yes, and you always hear at the flip like, okay, well, if you do, then he'll never respect you, and he'll never. But I think that she
You're like,
doesn't.
so
I
what?
I think she doesn't care, and she doesn't find value in you as a human. She just wants.
Wow.
It.
So hold on,
If she
back
doesn't
up.
know you,
No, this is
if she
no.
doesn't know you, if it's a first date and she's willing to do that, it's not gonna work out.
Okay. Oh man. Okay. So, man, now I'm interested.
From my perspective.
So, from your perspective, if a woman gives it up on
Without
a first
knowing
date
them.
without knowing them, that means she's not interested.
No, she could be, but she knows it's not gonna get
Wow,
going.
lady.
Because if she's gonna do that, she's going in knowing she's gonna do that anyway. And it could be anyone at that point, as long as he's not weird.
Wow.
And he seems like clean.
Lady, please chime in. Please go to the comments and tell me what you think, because I don't believe that.
It's true.
I feel like
No way. Women are not attached on the first date. Women will
It depends on the woman,
detach from
though.
sex. At the first date, if they don't know them, they will detach from it just as a man will, and it'll just be that. And because they needed to have it.
wow, get the
Because
fuck out of here.
yes.
What?
Yes.
So
Women are feral.
I feel like women who have either insecurity or daddy
Yes,
issues.
but if they have value in
they're
something, you're
going-
probably not going to find that.
They're going to be like, oh, well, if I sleep with them, this might make them like me more. This might
No,
give me
well-
like some sort of edge. So I'm going to go ahead and give this shit up.
I mean,
with the
no,
hopes that
that's what you
he
think.
wants to see me tomorrow. Yeah.
Some people
I would
just
say
be
it's
like, hey,
more
see
that.
ya.
I would say it's more
I don't-
that
some
than
women, no way. That's what men think it's all emotional. But if a woman doesn't know you and she's going in that date, if she's going to give it up already, she's already thought about, I don't care who it is, as long as he's normal, it's going to happen.
seriously.
Yes.
Man.
As long as he's
We
like,
need to take a poll on that one for
I think
sure.
so.
Okay.
I
Wow.
mean, but I do get what you're saying too. But those women are going to be like, "Oh my God, I love you," like attached. Like I'm
Yeah.
going to find my identity. Oh my God, do you love me now?
You want me to bring you lunch tomorrow?
But there's a difference between. But I don't think anyone has more confidence than the other. I just think the needs need to be met by And then, but high-valued women, I don't think would go in and do that.
So, all right. So here's,
They would be like, okay, I'll just do what I need by myself, but I'm not going to give, like, even though I want to, I'm not going to do that.
So here's a monkey wrench. Say that woman goes in with that mindset. She sleep with him. The dick is bomb. And now she wants to, hold on now. Let me explore this. Really?
Women don't think like that. Women are like, oh my God, this is amazing. Trust me. Because you're not going to literally sit down with a woman for an hour and know her body and her think, oh my God, that was the best sex ever, because it's not. It's going to be bad. It's going to be bad because the guy is not. Nope, the guy is not going to know her body, and women take a long time. If you don't know her body, there's no way.
So you don't think that a man can have sex with a woman or vice versa, whatever, the first time and it be good?
It could be okay, but it's not mind-blowing. It's not like, oh my gosh, this is it. Yeah. If you know each other for an hour, there's no way for a man. Every woman's body is different. So is a man's.
That's contradictory to every rom-com we've ever seen.
Well, it's TV.
Because they're like, oh my God.
Women are complex.
Blew my mind.
But they also have needs. They'll be like, that was good, but it's never going to be the best until you literally get to know her. Because women are also emotional. And once you get in and then that's when it's mind-blowing.
And that goes back to the communication thing.
Yeah, or like emotional safety. Yeah. That's what women want. They want to feel safe.
Man, all right.
And then that's when it can be firework, whatever you say. But yeah, no, the first, they'll be like, yeah, that was great. But, I mean, she'll probably forget about it.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
All right. No, chime in, ladies. Let me know
what do men think? Can it be like mind-blowing the first, or is it all the same?
Well, I think most men, unless it's like really, really trash.
What does trash mean?
Like if she's just limp noodle, like not just.
Like what do you mean?
Head game is whack.
Who's giving that the first time? What? Oh, okay.
Are you fucking
are you paying me?
Are you fucking serious right now?
No, I'm just questioning. Like, what is whack? Like, are you like taking notes?
Like not good. I mean, just like men are bad at oral sex, there's women out there that are bad at oral sex too. I know, but we're talking about
sex though.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it takes men are just not these robots that can just fuck anything. I don't care what you women believe. It takes some coaxing for us too. It takes a little bit of like
what?
It has to be some chemistry. It has to be
Are you sure?
Yeah, we like all the shit that women like, being affirmation, being respected, being
I'm talking about one night.
So we like
for
that
1
shit
hour.
Too.
You know them for 1 hour before.
Even if you, and I feel like this might go maybe not so much for women, but men, even if it's a one night stand and we have no desire to see this person the next day or after that, during that time we're with them, we want to feel like you're fucking in love with it. Like we're the best thing that you ever. Yeah, but everyone has an ego.
Oh, of course.
And after the next day, hey.
Does it take that long?
I mean, you never talk to me again.
Do you stay the night?
It's situational.
Ugh, don't.
Situational.
What's the next one?
The next one is check out his social media. See what
or hers.
See what they're doing on social media. If you go on their Facebook, and I'm talking from a man's standpoint, if you go on their social media or their Instagram, TikTok, or Facebook, or whatever, and it's just thirst trap after thirst trap after thirst trap, you
say yes.
Yeah.
Because I know
yes,
you.
Please.
You're like yes. Like. Don't play me.
No, I'm not like. I like all my friends, no matter what they post. I like it.
You got a lot of friends then.
I do. I got like 5,000 friends on Facebook.
That's weird. Hey, a friend to everyone is a friend to no one.
Shut the fuck up.
Gandhi.
No, but yeah, check out their social media. If they're, you can kind of get
What if they don't post anything like me?
Well, then you get your ass out. But
or maybe they're just private, or maybe they're weird.
yeah, some people just don't. Even more so today, people just don't vibe with social media. It's just a hindrance. It's like it's toxic. Like I'll go on Instagram and I'm just like laughing all day. The shit that we send back and forth to one another.
Well, it's because
it's
you can't even say that.
But I mean, but some people just do not want to be on social media. That is a thing. But if you can find them on social media, just go up and down their Facebook or Instagram and just see, what they're working with. You can kind of tell.
Yeah, and then if you're a female, if half of the people they're following are half naked women, no.
Maybe
do
you go that far? Do you see who they're following?
I've seen
when you go on a first date with somebody, you're not looking at who they're following.
I am so old, Antoine. I don't have enough maybe in my 20s I would, if the times were now and I was that young. I'd be like, oh my God, trash. I don't care. I'd be like, whatever. I mean, it's all fake anyway. You can you can become whoever you want to be on social media.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not real. Nobody looks like, it's all fake.
Yeah. Agreed.
Especially women, because they want to,
I feel like women have a way easier time hiding who they are via social media than men do.
I don't think so.
Oh, God, yes.
I think women try too hard when they Photoshop everything.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, because women have more admirers than men do.
It's because of what society has put on women and how to look. So they're like, oh my God, I got to look like this, so I got to make my butt bigger, my boobs bigger, face tune everything to meet and then to get more likes or whatever.
Yeah, but you can agree, like, if a dude's standing in front of you naked with a limp dick, is that attractive? Oh. Limp dick in front of you.
I heard you the first time.
answer the fucking question.
Do I love him?
No.
No,
it's just a random person limp dick.
No.
All right, but I think all heterosexual men can. Like they know, like the female form is beautiful. The naked female form. They can agree
good
that.
Looking too.
Yeah, but
I thought you meant like sexually, like I'm sexualizing him. I could still think he's good looking without being like, oh my gosh. But men, on the other hand, are most likely going to be like, oh my God.
Well, men are more visual creatures, too.
No excuse.
It is what it is.
It's an excuse.
Sight hounds, baby.
Okay.
Number 6, Google search. We kind of touched on this a little bit, but do your research, ladies. Do some recon. If he's
find out if he's got a wife, some kids.
Yeah, that for sure.
Especially if they're in the military.
I don't know if that's going to be on Google.
It will. I mean, you could do some
sleuthing.
I mean,
man. Number 5, set up an exit strategy. If you want to get out of the situation, like Brittany said earlier, if he's just boring and you want to get out of it, have the homegirl call, like, hey, your house is on fire. You need to get out of there, or
go to the bathroom and never come back.
Climb out the window.
I don't know.
Set the extra strategy, ladies. Find a way out. I mean, in this day and age, I feel like people on first dates are a little bit more blunt about, hey, like, dude, just not doing it for me. I'm going to go ahead and get the check and go,
Who says that? I'd be so offended. I'd be like, what? I'd be like, that's way too much. Just leave. Just say you're going to the bathroom and never come back. I would take that much better than if somebody said, this is not working out for me. I'm just going to go. No. I'd be like, what?
No. So, true story. A little bit different. I was set up on a blind date. And I was meeting her at Catch 31 down at the oceanfront. And when I drove up, you know how you drive in the Catch and it has like the valet lane. Yes. Drive into the valet lane and I saw her outside. And she was smoking a cigarette.
Oh.
And I just kept driving, just kept going. I was like, nope, out. She was texting me, where are you? Where are you? Calling me. I texted her back. I was like, and I was a lot younger. I was, in my 30s. Early 30s.
Wow.
And I was like, hey, I don't think it's going to work. I think we're in different places. I'm sorry to waste your time.
Literally in different places. You're there and I'm gone.
I'm sorry to waste your time, but
Wow.
Yeah, and she didn't text back. She was just like,
Well, that's probably
crickets.
for the best.
Yeah, definitely for the best because she had reasons.
Have you seen her since?
No, haven't. So, yeah, just, but I can understand how that's more dangerous for women because, you don't know if this dude's a psychopath. You might say, hey, look, this is not doing it for me. I think I'm just going to get the check and go. Like, well, fuck you then.
I just never would. I would just do an Irish goodbye. I'd be like, I'm going to just not go back.
Just act like you're invisible. Just start backing away.
No, just say I'm going to the bathroom and leave.
Oh, man, yeah. And so while we're saying this, we do understand that these situations differ from male to female. So, number 4, tell a friend. Let a friend know where you're going. Maybe they can sit at the bar and just watch you from afar. Shit gets crazy.
Or you could do a double date. Ugh.
On the first date, nah.
I feel like it's not like a first date when you first. I feel like it should be more friendly, like a coffee meetup. We're like, hey.
No coffee meetups.
Because if drinks are involved, the man is always going to think, oh, I've got a chance.
Yeah, but then you've robbed yourself and that dude of the opportunity to truly get to know you.
You can't know someone over coffee?
But I'm talking about the double date scenario.
Oh, no. Oh, okay.
The double date scenario. Because there's too many distractions.
I would never do that.
I can kind of see how it might be, from a female standpoint, might be more comfortable. Like, hey, I'm setting you up with my boyfriend's friend. And like, oh, man, I don't know this dude. You want to go out? Because you all are mutual friends at that point.
Yeah. I have a funniest story.
Let's hear it.
I was at Catch as well. But now that we're thinking about it, so me and a group of friends were all down at the beach one day. And I was like the only single girl. And there was this like kite boarder or surfer, whatever you call him. And they were like, hey, I know that guy. You should meet up with him tonight since we're all going to Catch. We text him. But I couldn't see him because he was out in the distance. They were like, he's got like the nicest body, whatever. I was like, well, whatever. I mean, it's not a date, but he met up with us. I obviously was late because
that's what you do.
Who I am.
That's who you are.
But it didn't matter. It wasn't like, okay, we're sitting down to have a date. He was sitting in the booth, and he was cute. And I was like, oh, this guy is cute. So he's like, hey, whatever. He didn't get up. And I sat next to him. I was like, we were talking. He just seemed just like smaller. Like, yeah, he wasn't like, he seemed like my size maybe. Okay. Like, he's a small guy. It was okay. Oh, God. So we like talked for like an hour, having a great time. He's very funny. And he's like, I'm going to go to the bathroom. He gets up and he's shorter than the table. And I was like, oh! And I was so mad at every girl. I was like, are you freaking kidding me? And they were like, he's got the best personality. I'm like, he is 4'8".
God.
And I said, I'm out of here. When he comes back, I'm not going to be here. I mean, I was
Brittany,
taller than him.
So what?
I don't care. No way.
God, so shallow.
It's probably my soulmate. See ya. I can't. I mean,
all my soulmates are 5'10" or taller.
There's gotta be. He jumped down from the booth. Like it was like a
Oompa Loompa.
Yeah, like he might have been qualified to be a midget. But he was like one of those primordial dwarfs because he wasn't like stocky. He didn't have that butt. Which I would have liked. I would have liked that butt. I would have stayed. Seriously.
God, man.
What's the next?
So short guys. So what's the next one? Moving on. No short guys for Brittany.
I'm short, so.
Meet in a neutral public place. Again, kind of going back. Don't let them come. Don't go to their house. Don't let them come to your house. Like, be safe, ladies. Especially don't go to the dude's house.
Don't meet in the woods.
Again. Don't meet somewhere that's safe, that like, even better if you know the people, but just a public place, a restaurant, a bar where there's plenty of people around, where if you have to remove yourself from the situation or be removed from the situation, you can easily do that. Yeah, don't let them invite you to your house.
Never
for
go
dinner.
back. Ew, yeah, that's
i.e. my wife.
What?
The third
Well,
date.
that's fine. Third.
Yeah.
I'm talking about first.
But still.
Third,
But in our defense, Jamie knew each other.
Yeah.
We knew each other before we started dating. So she was at least comfortable enough to come to the house. And we had like known each other for like, we didn't know each other well, but I had known her for like 13 years at that point. So a little bit safer scenario. And we had a bunch of mutual friends too. So
I mean, you're not going to invite anybody that you don't feel comfortable with. But the first date, no. Second date, and if you don't have mutual friends within that, then.
Now, here is going back to what you were saying earlier. If on the first date, the woman does come to your house, does that mean she guys kind of want, like, laid?
I think the man should be scared and say, you're not clean. I mean, men have to watch out for themselves, too.
Yeah, but just because a woman wants to get hers doesn't mean she's not clean, though.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
It doesn't.
Wrap it up.
So she might be in a emotional place where it's, look, I just need somebody to fucking hold me. I just need somebody to just tear this shit up good time.
What?
Women you can't tell me women don't think like that. There's situations that would just, a woman just wants to get there.
Like, I don't know. What? I just want to be held. I just want to be torn. Okay, I'm a woman. I have not ever.
So you've never been in a situation where you just
on a first date?
I don't want love. I just want right now. Like I just want some good dick. Like you've never been in that situation. You've never been in that situation.
No.
God, okay.
The first date, not a chance. But no. I mean, I'm not.
But okay, but you know women who have.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, okay.
But I don't think they say those things in their
straight.
head. I just think that they're just like any normal person. Like, okay, well, I need some. They're not like, oh my God, tear this.
What they say, women know within the first 5 minutes of meeting a man whether they will or will not sleep with them. Would you say that's true?
Maybe.
Okay, so if it's possibly true,
I think
then it's also possible that they can go one step further. And if he's like super attractive and he's saying and doing all the right things,
if you're drinking and your inhibitions are lowered, then yes, I do think that 100%.
Stop acting like I'm.
I didn't. It's just the way you said it was funny. Like that was so aggressive.
Number 2, get the last name.
So you can change it?
Yeah, get their last name. Just know as much as you can about the guy or the girl, for that matter, you know. And I think men do this more than women. They'll go on a date with like a female like 3 times and not know their name. Oh. Their last name.
Oh, I thought you meant their
last
first name.
Last name.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's...
Yeah.
I mean, I went on a few dates with a guy who I actually really liked. Don't even know his last name. And I was like, oh my God, why didn't I ask? Still think about it.
You just want him to tear it up?
No, I did not. I guess it just wasn't important. I don't know.
And number 1, as it pertains to online dating, don't do it.
Honestly, yes, don't.
Don't. Just
There's better ways.
Online dating.
Meet someone at the gym. Meet someone doing, I don't know what else.
But that can be dangerous too. Like,
why? I've met all my boyfriends at the gym.
That's another podcast for another day.
It's true.
Because they say don't shit where you eat, right? And so if you date somebody from the gym and it doesn't work out, now you got to see this motherfucker
actually,
every
that is
fucking
very
day.
true. I dated one guy for like a brief, short time, and he was so nice at a CrossFit gym, and I had to end my membership because I was like, I just can't go back. I don't like him. And he was so nice, and he was like, did you, and he was like about to own it at that time. And he was like, did you take away your, I was like, yeah, I'm moving.
Lose my number.
I'm moving out of the state. Never left.
God.
He's married
And then
now,
he saw you a week later at Walmart.
God, no, he's fine. We're good. But I just remember I was like, I can't go back. And I really liked it there.
Well, I see what you're saying because they say, like, if you're doing something and you meet somebody doing the things you love, then at least you know that person is like-minded in some way, right? Mm-hmm. So I get it, but
I mean,
you know,
it's
still
click
hard.
when it clicks, and then personalities mesh, or they don't. You just have to figure it out.
Yeah.
Always go in on a first date, I feel like, not thinking that anything's going to happen, but just gaining a friend.
Yeah.
Or finding out just something that's likable about them. But I feel like people put too much pressure on a date. It's like, well, how about this just be like a, hey, how are you? we might be attracted to each other. We're just figuring it out.
Sure.
No pressure.
Yeah, I get that. Do you think that in that scenario, if a woman were to do that for a man, like walk up, just make conversation, the guy's gonna think that, oh, she's into me, you know, more so than a woman.
No, I think they're both gonna say.
They're both gonna say that. Man,
I feel like a woman always thinks she's being hit on.
Why can't dudes just be nice? Nah, I wouldn't. You think so? I wouldn't say that.
Having 2 boys, I hate the fact that women, if men are nice, some women take it, oh, this guy's flirting with me. Yeah. And they just can't be nice, and that's what gives them a bad rep where they can't be nice and kind to women. Give them compliments when it doesn't have to be sexualized. Yeah. Be like, I like your shoes. I like your shirt. Like, you staring at my boobs?
Like some women just raise their sons right and just.
But I never thought about that until I had boys.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, 100%.
I don't know.
Yeah, and it's hard for guys because now we live in a world to where it's hard for a man to. Let me frame this a little bit better. It's hard for a man to be nice to a woman without either the women thinking that they're trying to hit on them or they feeling offended. Yeah. Because maybe they didn't say something right. They didn't say it in a proper way. Something they said was in some way, shape, or form offensive to the woman. Or they assume that they're being hit on. You know, it just can't be a generic conversation saying something nice to someone of the opposite sex.
Well, I mean, women are used to being gawked at, even walking down the street. I mean, I used to bring my boys in a stroller down the street, and then if there's construction workers, I'm like, gosh.
What construction workers? Where are you walking? This ain't New York City.
I'm talking about like in my old neighborhood when they were building homes. And I just felt like, okay, they're staring at me. Not that they were, because they were.
But they weren't like catcalling you or anything.
I mean, but they were blatantly just like stopping, and I'm like, I just had a baby a week ago. I'm wearing a diaper. I mean, I guess I don't know, but I mean, would men like if they did that?
I think men, more so this day and age, assume that if a woman's being nice to them, they're just being nice. You're not flirting, because it's a little bit more taboo for a woman to come up to a man and flirt with him in the first place, number one. And then number two, we live in a world now where men have to watch their P's and Q's so much more than it used to be that you just have to assume. If, like me, for example, and again, this predates my marriage or whatever. If a woman had to basically like have an airplane going overhead with fucking a sign behind it saying, "Hey, I want to sleep with you."
You literally tell me every day she thinks I'm cute. Like, yeah,
but that's just like bullshit. Like this talking shit. But
I get it. But most women,
you had to make it like super obvious that you want to talk to me in a flirtatious way for me more so than maybe like other guys.
Women and men kind of flirt the same, but it's just.
No way.
I feel like you would know if someone's hitting on you.
Men and women do not
or
fucking flirt the same. Now, when men
How do men flirt? Touchy?
No, when...
I feel like women flirt with their eyes.
Yeah.
But you can always tell by somebody's body language, too. I think
men flirt by...
saying, I like you.
No, I think smart man flirts in a way that puts them on level ground with the person they're flirting with. For example, if I saw you out, let's just go back to the CrossFit gym scenario, and I see you, I'm like, hey, she's doing snatches, whatever. I was like, damn, you putting up a big snatch there. That's awesome.
I was like,
very
don't
cool.
Ever say that again.
And then
don't literally ever say that again.
Power clean. I don't know. It's fucking power clean.
It's a big snatch. Okay, thank you. Never talk to me again.
Damn, you putting up big weight right there. That's cool as shit. And then go off and do your own thing. And then see how they respond.
I wouldn't. If
if
a man said that to me, I would not think that he had any.
Exactly. That's what I'm getting at. And then you leave it up to the woman whether she's going to be open to any more interaction. If from that point on, she just totally ignores your shit and like evades you like the fucking plague, then you know, okay, it's probably not going to work. But if she's like responds or she makes it, a little bit more obvious that she doesn't mind being in the same vicinity that you are, then you go a little bit further. You go like, you know,
I think
start
it's
some other
very
conversation.
easy to tell if someone is interested or if they're flirting with you from both sexes. You can tell if they stare at you a little longer.
How
if
long?
they, I don't know, like 30 minutes without blinking. I don't know.
I think it's hard.
But some people are just naturally flirty, and they'll do it to anyone that passes by.
Sure.
They'll have to say it's because it's their personality.
Yeah.
And then that's hard to gauge. You're like, oh man, I'm not special, huh? So, I don't know. Then it's weird.
You're a very special Brit.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh.
Oh man. So to summarize, stay away from the online dating. You know, I mean, because there's a lot of, you got Tinder, you got Plenty of Fish, you got is eHarmony still a thing?
And then Bumble,
you got Farmer. What's the
nobody's
farmer
on
one?
that.
What's the farmer one?
Farmers meet farm. I don't know. Farmers meet farmers.
Is it Farmers Meet Farmers? God, man,
I don't know.
There's a lot of them.
Ugh.
OnlyFans. So.
Oh, is that a
Just joking.
dating app?
No, it's not.
I mean, it would be smart because they're paying you.
Well, that's not a date. That's prostitution.
That's a date. That's actually what they call it. Prostitution, a date. Remember?
Yeah, but this is cold.
Remember
word.
when I went in that car and I was like, hey, you want a date? And they're like, bam, cop.
With the police.
Yeah.
Man. All right. Finish us off, Brittany.
What?
Man, so Brittany's out of town. She's going on vacation next week. She will not be here next week,
What
but
are you going to do?
I have a special guest host. Very, very special guest host
Who?
that's going to come in next week. I said special guest host. I'm not telling you. It's a secret. Somebody else is going to be sitting in that fucking
Tell
chair.
me, who is it? Whisper it.
Her name is Britt, too.
What?
Is another Britt.
Britt who?
Man.
Who?
You just have to find out.
I'll never come back.
You'll be back. You love attention way too much. We are sponsored again by Juggernaut Cookie Company. Try our gluten-free protein cookie, 12 grams of proteins, gluten-free, non-GMO, and kosher. You can get yours using promo code CookiePro10 to save 10% at www.cookiehunk.com. We're also sponsored by Reba's Animal Rescue. Get yourself a furry friend down at Reba's. Go foster. Get a dog. If you got some old blankets and shit from your old dogs, you can take them down there. They take donations all the time. They have an awesome staff there. Very cool people. And I'm sure there's a furry friend waiting for you. Again, check them out at www.rebasrescue.com. On behalf of my co-host, Britt Daniels, and your man, 100 Grand, Antoine the Juggernaut Britt, thank you for tuning in. Episode 5 of Hold Your Applause podcast. We'll see you later.
Bye.
Peace.